awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, it was well on par. Hello everybody, happy weekend. I hope we're all having a lovely weekend. It is extremely hot over here in the UK. We have been blessed with epic weather over the past couple of weeks, and it's only going to get warmer. I think it's about 23 degrees today. Whew, it is sweltering. So yeah, here we are. We're back with a new movie review. This time it's definitely not Man of Steel, so don't worry. I'm not going to bore you with more Superman stuff. No, this was Guillermo del Toro's science fiction epic, Pacific Rim. And if you could find another word for epic, awesome, ginormously amazing to describe this film, it's just think of all the possible vocabulary that you can think of to describe just how brilliant this film is. It is pure popcorn entertainment, but it's monsters versus robots. Okay, I mean, as kids, we've grown up watching the likes of Godzilla and Transformers and all that sort of stuff, but it's always been a case of what would happen if we saw something of a huge scale, monsters versus robots. Now, I know that I didn't know this myself, but I did find out that apparently Pacific Rim is based on, I believe, some sort of anime, manga type cartoon from you know, back in the day. So if people who really know their stuff about that, if you can, you know, you'll probably be more familiar with, you know, the film setting, you know, particularly in Hong Kong and things like that, than I would. As I say, I didn't even know what the film, you know, where it borrowed its sources from, kind of thing. I just thought that it was an original sort of science fiction movie made for the film, kind of thing. So, and what Del Toro has done, he's basically, it's what Transformers wish it could have been. I was also watching it, and there were times where I thought to myself, for gamers will probably know this more than moviegoers, computer game known as Crisis. There's actually three of them, 1, 2 and 3, and there were bits where it reminded me of that, of Crisis, because that's also got, like, you know, robotic aliens kind of thing, and you got these soldiers wearing these nano suits and they're taking on these aliens, and it just had that sort of feel to it. But the storyline, I'll give you a quick lowdown on the plot. Basically, we've got what's known as kaijus that have emerged from a portal in the Pacific Ocean, and between two dimensions. And apparently, the kaiju have risen from this portal. The first one, when it showed up, the humans eventually took it down, and then 6 months later, another one appeared, and then more and more started showing up over the course of like 7 years, I believe, and it got to the point of where the humans realised that this wasn't going to end. You know, they really need to step up their you know, defences, and they did, and they created these huge robotic machines known as Jaegers, and it is just amazing. One of them is called Gypsy Danger. And the way that it's done is it's piloted by two people, one for the left, one for the right, through a Neuralink, and so you're basically in each other's minds. But that's what allows you to pilot this Jaeger. And we've got Charlie Hunnam, who plays like one of the pilots. We've got Idris Elba in there. There's a female by the name of Rinko Kikuchi who plays Mako Mari. We've even got Ron Perlman makes an appearance, and his character Hannibal Chow is hilarious. It's amazing. He really does bring some of the comedy factor, but he looks pretty slick as well. But as I say, the storyline is all about the fact that kaiju have appeared, so they've created the Jaegers. Idris Elba's character is known as Marshall Stacker Pentecost, and he's like the leader, you know, he's like the general sort of thing of the project, of the Jaeger project kind of thing, and he's been running it he's been heading it for about past sort of 15-20 years or so. So he really knows the kaijus, you know, how they behave and things like that, and he knows about the Jaegers as well. So he's very, very knowledgeable, but he is aggressive, he's assertive, he knows you know, if you're going to cross him, he will tell you not to do it, because he actually does it a couple of times to Charlie Hunnam's character in the movie. But Mako Mari, he's very protective of her, and you'll see in the movie why that is. And even Charlie's character, Riley Beckett, he realizes why there's that relationship between them as well. There's some of the robots that they've got on in the film is so amazing. Like there's one known as Crimson Typhoon that is piloted by 3 Chinese brothers, and the way that the robots move is just amazing. The fight sequences, the action scenes. I mean, everybody complained about the destruction caused in Man of Steel. Okay, as I say, that's fine. But the destruction that is caused in this film, it's even bigger. It is humongous. Okay, it's huge. That's all I'm going to say. You've really got to understand the magnitude of what Del Toro has done in this film. He has basically turned sci-fi science fiction movies on its head. It's entertaining. It has got drama. It has got comedy. It has got heart and emotion. It's put everything together, and basically Pacific Rim is the science fiction movie that I think a lot of kids have been waiting to see for a long time. Geeks, nerds, whoever you are, if you're just a fan of the movies, you will love this. Like I say, it really was of an awesome spectacle. So as I say, the story goes along is that this portal, the humans are trying to find a way to actually close it forever, and it's interesting the plan that they've come up with to actually do that. But over the course of the film, there's a lot of, you know, all the characters all have their own individual issues, as it were. I mean, the 3 main ones are obviously Idris Elba's, Charlie Hunnam's, and Rinko's as well in particular. So they've got some, you know, we see some of their history kind of thing as to the dangers that they're facing, and the emotion that they have to go through to, you know, doing what they're doing in the film, without giving, you know, I'm trying not to give too much away. I hope I haven't given anything away. But for EastEnders fans, you will notice one of the actors, Robert Kaczynski, is in this movie. I was very surprised, to be honest. So it was good to see someone from EastEnders appearing on a big budget movie of this epic scale. Is all I'm going to say. But no, seriously, get yourself to the cinema, watch it. It is definitely worth seeing in IMAX 3D, and I'll tell you why. Because Del Toro himself actually oversaw the conversion, and he was very pleased with how it turned out. And I've been seeing tweets left, right and centre from people saying you've got to go and see Pacific Rim and go and see it in IMAX 3D. So if there's an IMAX 3D near you, even if it's an hour away, the journey will be worth it. That's all I'm going to say. Go and see it. Take whoever you can, see it. I've said to so many people that if Man of Steel wasn't released this year, Pacific Rim would have been my most anticipated movie to see, and oh my god, it lived up to the hype. It was beyond what I had expected. So many amazing action sequences, and seeing the Jaegers against the kaijus as well was just, it was just, you could just have epic geekgasm whilst you're watching the movie. It was just unbelievable. I mean, so many times where I just kept sort of like jumping up and going, fuck yeah, like that. And in fact, 5 minutes into the movie, because the film just literally bang opens right up with some action, 5 minutes into the movie I just sat there and said to myself, Guillermo, what the fuck have you done? And from that moment on, the movie was just, it just got much better. It was, it flowed. It basically flowed. It was amazing. Do stay after the first set of credits, because something really funny does occur in the movie. But think of, like I say, think of Godzilla, think of Transformers, think of Avengers in some sense, and even obviously also Man of Steel. You know, these are the type of films, you know, or the type of franchises, genres, pop culture stuff that we're used to. But when you see something like Pacific Rim, it, like I said, it totally just tips the balance of everything that we're used to, and it just, if it doesn't become probably the biggest movie of the summer, and I will be very surprised if it isn't. If it doesn't make that much money, I'll be very surprised, because it deserves every penny it gets, because my god, wow, it really is awesome. And I even got to pick this up at the cinema as well when I saw it last night. Look at this. How about that? Awesome, no? Very awesome. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to stop it there. I'm sure you've enjoyed the rant, or the rambling rather, but no, seriously, go and see it. Just go, okay? Just, in fact, stop watching this video and go. Alright, it's that simple. Go and see it, because this is how you do a science fiction movie. Monsters versus robots on an epically huge scale. It is brutal. It's that simple. Thank you very much. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.